Stop staring at women. Stop checking out women. Stop gawking at women. Stop glancing at women. There's so many ways to say it, but there's only one thing you should do is not look at women. Not because it's wrong, but what it does to you. There have been studies that show that looking at an attractive woman releases dopamine in your brain as a man. And you might be saying, so why is it so bad? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it can trigger you to do other things like watch attractive women on your screen on Instagram or linger way too much or trigger you to watch porn, naked ladies and all that good stuff. Good stuff. That's all I'm saying. The Muslims have this great practice called lowering your gaze. It means that they would walk about in the city, at the gym, wherever they might be, at work or at the university. And if they stumble upon an attractive woman, a woman they deem attractive, they will not look at her. Obviously, they see her and they glance away. They look down or they distract themselves by looking at something else. It's called modesty in your eyesight. When you do that, you do not let yourself fantasize about this woman. Most often, because it releases so much dopamine in your brain, you cannot help but look. You want to look more. And the problem with that is you want to look at every body part. And when you do that, you fantasize and you objectify this person. And you cannot objectify a person without objectifying yourself as well. So you don't need to be doing that. It's not good for the woman. It's not good for you. And you don't need to be doing this for the woman. Of course, it's good for them. You need to do it for yourself to not be triggered, to not have female body parts at the forefront of your mind, to be on this quitting porn journey more easily. That's why I say to all people who want to quit porn, stop staring at women. And of course, it's hard, even for me, because you derive pleasure from me. When you don't look at a woman on the streets, it becomes much easier not to look at a woman on the screen while watching. You do not stare at women unless you approach her. That's a whole different story for another video. And that's the subject. If you see a woman and you don't have any intention to approach her and talk to her, then look away. What's the point? You're not doing anything. You're just fantasizing about her. What's the point? And it's objectifying her. And some women want this attention. So if a woman wants this attention and you're not giving it to her, you are actually helping her because you are not feeding in her narcissism. And if a woman does not want to be objectified by virtue of not looking at her, you are not objectifying. So it helps her too. But more importantly, it helps you and your triggers. And you don't need to rely on this dopamine hit because let's say you will have a girlfriend or wife. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad to look at women, but you want your eyes to be for her, ideally. And what I mean by not staring at women is the need for it, the wanting of it. And in French, we call it le plaisir des yeux, the pleasure of the eyes. But the problem is you let your eyes feast on things that will so easily become objects of desire for you. So you don't need to be doing that. And I'm not pointing finger. Even for me, it's hard. And I will go even further. In reality, as I said, you don't need to look at a woman when you're out and about. But on the street, even if you're not watching porn, just because you're not going to pick a movie because there's naked chicks in it or sexy woman in it. If they happen to be, you can watch the movie, but don't linger too much on the body part. But you don't need to scroll on Instagram and follow all the sexy women because Instagram is pretty much soft porn. Like even if you don't want to look at sexy women, they are here and they better have clothes on. So you better off making sure you don't look at women in reality and virtually. And you'll be good to go. It's not easy, but it definitely helps. Especially if you're on the journey of quitting porn. This is crucial to look at a woman without fantasizing about her. It avoids a lot of triggers. And when you apply this to your phone, well, you avoid all triggers. The only trigger left is in your mind. But it's not easy to be triggered only by the mind when you don't have pictures because out of sight, out of mind. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon.